Good morning, friends out there on the internet. This is Chad Eckert. I am with Edina Realty. I do this program each Friday morning live on YouTube and Facebook, talking about a different topic in the real estate business. Today's topic I thought would be fun to talk about buying versus building, because I've got a buyer right now who is frustrated at the lack of inventory and has started to consider building a home themselves. And they're asking me, how long does this take? Is it cheaper? What are the pros and what are the cons? And I thought, well, since I talked to them just about that 2 days ago, let me talk to you about that. And yes, inventory is super low and prices are super high. So it's not uncommon for buyers to wonder if they should begin to think about building a home themselves versus buying what is existing. Not uncommon to consider building, but it is kind of actually uncommon to build. 86% of buyers choose to purchase an existing home. Why? Well, it's easier. Typically, on a normal market, moving into a house usually takes 30 to 45 days. Find the house, put an offer in, closing, boom, in it 45 days from then. That's easy. Most new builds are in newer developments, which are on the outskirts of town, and they're not as established or closer to cities. Usually, cost of building is probably going to be more expensive than just buying existing. So that's why people just buy existing. Why do buyers opt for new? Well, the cost of upkeeping an old house can be a lot of money. Energy, time, and cost of updating to make grandma's house or an old 80s, 90s build more modern. It might cost you more than it would just cost to build something that's from scratch. Stress of wanting and waiting and shopping and then selecting something and then you're not, ready, or it's not ready, but it takes forever. But you know what? And in a new build situation, you just walk right up to the lot you like. You say, hey, I want to build here. And boom, the guy's like, okay, cool. We're going to start tomorrow. Boom, you're already going. So maybe you can actually successfully build a home before you can actually successfully find and buy an existing one, because there's people in this market that have been failing at buying. So maybe that's what I'm saying. They're frustrated. They're going out to these new build neighborhoods. A large majority of people choose to just buy what is existing. Less than 15% of home buyers purchase new construction homes. Well, because it costs a lot. There's a fear of the unknown. Nobody does it, so maybe they don't know about it, or they just choose to do what the realtor says to do, and the realtor doesn't suggest to go buy a new house. There's pros and there's cons to building your own home. In theory, you get to decide. You decide everything. You're building your dream home. You make every decision, and when you move in, it's quote unquote perfect for you. There's usually no cost for maintaining it. I don't know how long these warranties are, but there are laws in Minnesota that make the builder provide warranties for all of their work. The community you build, everybody's new. Most of these new developments are built all at once. And so the neighbors all move in together and they kind of form this bond, and everybody's new and settles in together and learns the things together. And it's like a dorm room in college in a way, where everyone's kind of just fresh and new. And so they grow together. It's cute. Oh, and there's the amenities at these new builds. Sometimes you got a pool, you got like a clubhouse, you got a community room with a movie theater, parks, their own separate park just for that development. Sometimes they contract people to remove the snow, or they all have this person mow their lawns, so it's cheap and it's fun. Sounds great, right? What could go wrong with a new build? Nothing, right? Oh, well, you've seen the cost of lumber. The rising costs of building materials can impact your budget when buying a new house, or the ability to customize or upgrade specific features. That could also impact the timeline. They can't get the wood from Canada, the supplies that they need. So it takes them longer. Some people do choose to pick the already existing new build. So you're not like picking the lot and starting from the ground up, scratch. So you're picking one that's about done, that you can say, hey, I want to do the final touches. It's about 90 days away from finishing, or even less maybe sometimes. And you can come in and you're like, you know what, I like the backsplash to be this, or I want the countertops to be this, or this color to be that. But yeah, sometimes it takes a long time to just choose the lot and then go all the way to the finish line. It could be a year. there's other things that could go wrong. Like I mentioned, a brand new community or development, you have this sense of community. Great, sure, but there's no trees. There's no privacy. Everyone's exposed because these builders, they're not spending a lot of money at Gertons, that's for sure. Location, too, is kind of an issue with these new build communities. You're out a little bit further than you may want to be. Sometimes that's the only option for these builders is to build in Chaska or Victoria or something. So it's further away from the airport. It's further away from the downtown, from the XL Energy Center Wild Games. It takes you further to drive, but then you just, yeah. But you're in this cool new development. How much does it cost? And could it be cheaper than buying an existing house? Well, maybe. The average costs, I just looked up, finishing or an average lot, let's say, it's about $100,000. The construction itself, about $300,000. So then you got $50,000 the builder puts in, provides themselves a little cushion for profit. So total cost all in could be between $400,000 and $450,000 to $500,000, depending on the finishes that you choose. The size of the lot, maybe you don't want to have your neighbor like right next to you, so you want to buy like a half acre or more, then that might cost you more just to buy the lot. Oh, you need that nice schmaw fancy tile all over the place in your bathroom, that's going to cost you more. How long does it take to build a house? Well, like I just said, you could buy one that's kind of almost ready, that's at the finish line, or you could buy a model home that they've been showing to get people to buy other lots. Those homes are already done almost, and then you could just finish them off, and then just 45, 90 days later, you're in. And it's a new build, technically. Or it might take you like a year to go from lot to custom built home. Now, if you decide to do more of a production built home, not necessarily a customized, like every single thing an architect had to change 50 ways, that might cost you less and take less time. So maybe there's an in-between where you want to do some customizations, but you're fine with just having the factory settings on a few things. So then it might be like 6 to 8 months. If you are ready to do this, if you're ready to venture into the world of building potentially a new house just for you, call me. I'd be happy to help you. Oh, we can work together to ensure that the new construction process and experience remains seamless and on budget and fun. I've got builders that I've used that can maybe just show you what it takes. That's all I got for today. It's a quick one. It's fun. But yes, thank you for watching every Friday morning. If you click that like button, if you could share it around, tell your friends, hey, this kid that I know is doing these podcasts on Friday mornings, that'd be great. And like I said, if you need a realtor, I'm in the 50th in France office at Edina Realty. My number has been scrolling across the bottom there, 612-590-3090. I'm a millennial. You can text me. All right, that's it. Thanks, boys and girls, for watching. We'll see you next Friday.